Hey y'all, it's Madison from Mad Lips Designs. Today we're going to be sewing a simple tote bag, great for beginners, quick, maybe 30-minute make. You're going to need 4 pieces of fabric and some straps, and that's it. You can add interfacing, fusible fleece, batting. The choice is yours. It all depends on how stable you want your bag, but today we are going to use fusible interfacing just to give it a little bit more stability, but it would be perfect for a cute gift or your book bag when you go to the library. Me and my son go to the library every week with our homeschool groups, and we will be using ours. Hope y'all enjoy. Make sure you follow and subscribe for more fun, easy, beginner-friendly projects, and let's get to the video. You are going to need 2 pieces of fabric that are 13 by 15 for the inner liner. You're going to cut a 2-inch corner square on both pieces. 2 pieces of your outer fabric that are 15 by 13, and you're going to cut your 2-inch inner corner square on both sides of each fabric, and you're going to add interfacing to the outside panels. You will also need 2 fabrics for your strap that are 5.5 by 32.5. You fold in half, iron, fold your 2 corners, your outer edges in, and fold in half again. You're going to sew with a 4.0 stitch length down both sides. Take your lining fabric, lay it pretty side to pretty side. You're going to sew along the 2 side edges and the bottom edge, but leave a gap for turning. Do not sew the top. You're going to take your outer panel that is interfaced, sew it the exact same way as your lining, except you're going to sew this whole bottom piece. You do not need a gap here, just sew the whole bottom piece. I forgot to leave a gap, so I'm going to go and I'm going to seam rip some of these stitches out. See, even I make mistakes. Because I seam ripped them, I want to secure where I just seam ripped. So I'm going to do a front and back stitch here and here. Now you should have your lining piece sewn with a gap and your outer edges, your outer side. I like to attach my handles at this time. So to do that, I'm going to flip it right side out. Find your center, which should be at 6. You're going to take your handle, making sure you're not twisted. Place it about 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. From the side. 6, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to sew on the handle on both sides of your bag. Now you should have your handles sewn onto all 4 sides, or on both sides, all 4 handles. You're going to flip inside out. And on your outer panel and your inner panel, you're going to take your corner, line up those edges. I like to press my seams open where they're nice and lined up. You're going to sew with a 3/8 seam allowance on all 4 corners. Now that you have all 4 of your corners on both your outer panel and your inner, you're going to make sure that you have your straps pushed inside of your bag. You're going to take your lining fabric, fold it right side out, lining up the seam on the lining to the seam on your outer. You're going to place it inside of your bag, so pretty side to pretty side. Take your time and make sure that your seams are lined up. I like to do the one side and then the next. You're not going to leave a gap on this part because you left a gap on your lining. So you're going to take this to your sewing machine and sew the whole circle of your bag. If your machine can, you can take your extension table, place it on top. Now you're going to take it where you left your hole. You're going to reach in and gently pull your whole bag through. Before I stitch the hole closed, I like to go through and poke out all of my corners. Makes it easier. If you don't want to see your stitches much, you can use the same color thread as your fabric. I'm just going to go with what's in my machine, and it is white. Now you're going to push your lining in your bag, and you're almost done. You're going to take it over to the iron around the whole top, and then you're going to do a top stitch. Change your stitch to 4.0 length and do a top stitch all along the top of your bag. make sure your handles are facing up, not down. Now that you have your tote bag all sewn, we're gonna add a snap to it to just make it a little bit more secure for keeping things in. So I like to use cam snaps. These right here. You can choose any color you want, any brand. This is just what I use. You're gonna need a little tool like this. I don't know what they call this. It's my snapper. I think I'm gonna go with blue. So you need 2 pieces that look like this, that are flat. You need 1 female piece. Looks like this. I don't know if y'all can see it very well. I can't hold it up, guys. It's hard for me to hold it and y'all see the whole thing. Let's see. You got this. There. That's your female piece. And then your male piece looks like this. Where's camera? There's camera. Looks like this. You can add as many, not hardly any, whatever you want. You also need your little pointer, poker. I really don't know what to call it. And I have to find mine. Y'all, I'm always losing my stuff. Where's it at? I need to keep better organized. Because it's not in here. Okay. That's where I normally keep it in this little guy. Oh, it's in there. It was just at the very bottom. I need to take out all of these pens and stuff that I'm not using so I can find things easier. Right. So I like to find the middle of my bag, which this is 12 inches, so it'll be 6, right? 12 divided by 2 is 6. You can mark it if you want. Let's see. Yeah, I just realized y'all can't see what I'm doing. Look, you can also do it like this. Take your bag. It's not that complicated. Take your bag. Fold it in half. Okay. Take your pointer. It's folded in half, right? Take your pointer. That's where my sew line is. I'm going to go about 3/8 of an inch down and poke through all my fabric all at once. All my layers. All the layers. Even the back layer. See? All the way through. Then take it and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Making my hole bigger. My dog just opened the door. And y'all are going to hear the TV. Sorry. Okay. Door is closed. On one of your sides, you're going to put the flat edged on the outside of your bag along with your female or your male side. It really doesn't matter. When you're using the snap-a-rooney thingy, this black part, see if I can show you. Not on the back. It'll be easier. All right, so you have your flat back. It always goes there. Your other side will be like this. I can't hold it. This will be on your fabric, but the part with the point always goes on the black, because inside here, see that little metal piece? When you close this, that metal piece crushes. If you have the flat part of your snap facing this, it's going to put a hole in this. Ask me how I know that, guys. All right. So, flat part, black part to the flat part of your snap. I like to place it in there. Put the female or the male. Make sure it's centered. And just as hard as you can. Give it a little wiggle. And then now you have your snap. So you're going to do the same thing. The flat part on the outside of your bag. The male or female part, whichever one you didn't use on this side, goes on here. Like a little sandwich. Put it in there. Make sure it's even before you squeeze it. And then squeeze. And now you have another. And now your bag has a button. Has a little snappy snapperoo. And this came out super quick. Just take your time with it. And remember, y'all, it does not have to be perfect. Super cute. Thanks again, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment with anything on my channel, Mad Lips Designs. And I look forward to seeing all y'all's fun, creative pattern choices of fabric in your new tote bags. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.